In this problem, it is given to you that side AB is equal to 10 centimeters. Side BC is given as 8 centimeters, and side AC is given as 6 centimeters. Okay, can you tell me from the sides what kind of a triangle this is? Can anyone tell me from the side what kind of a triangle this is?
So scalene triangle.
Okay, Scalene, what else?
Sir, right angle.
And who says right angle?
Sir, I, Farhan.
Why? Why would you say
Sir,
it is right
because
angle?
one.
Hmm.
Sir, because BC is hypotenuse.
No, your answer is correct. It is a right angle triangle. But why? I want to know the reason.
Sir, what is the question?
Yes?
Sir, what is the question?
What kind of a triangle is this ABC? Anyone? Scalene triangle, definitely. Right angled also. But still, what right angled and but why? If you say right angled, why is it right angled triangle? No one?
Sir, because it's making on 90 degree.
Which one?
So 10, 8, 6 is a Pythagoras triplet.
Yes, exactly. 10, 6, 8, and 10 is a Pythagoras triplet. If you see the sides, BC is 8, AC is 6, and AB is 10. So you know that 6, 8, 10 is a Pythagoras triplet, a Pythagorean triplet, in fact. In class 8, you have done Pythagorean triplet. In class 9, also, I explained this. So, from the converse of Pythagoras theorem, you can say this is a right angle triangle. Although we will not make use of it, that is a different issue. But this is just for your information that since 6, 8, and 10 is a Pythagoras triplet, this triangle ABC is right angle triangle. And the greatest side here, 10 centimeters, is your hypotenuse. But we will not make use of this fact. Maybe if I give you an examination, I can twist this question a little bit. Say if I had given you AB is equal to 10, then can you solve this problem? A twist in the question. Suppose if I had only given you AB is equal to 10, I would not, if I don't give you these two information, then can you do this problem? Yes, Khushi, tell me, can you do this problem?
Yes, sir.
How?
Sir, no. If you can, sir, if exactly
What else should be
like
given? Tell me, what else should be given? Apart from AB is equal to 10, what else should be given? If these two sides are not given,
BCSC both,
no, if these two are not given to you, these two are not
then
given.
the radius of the circle.
No, you have to find the radius of the circle. Apart from AB is equal to 10, what else information should be given to you? If BC and AC are not given, which will enable you to solve this problem. It should be given that this angle is 90 degree. Understood? Then you can solve this problem even if BC and AC are not given, even if these two are not given. How? Once you know that AB is equal to 10 and this is a right angle triangle, then easily you can say that since 6, 8, and 10 form a Pythagorean triplet, then BC can be 8 or can be 6, and AC can be 8 or can be 6. Then you can assume BC to be 8 and AC to be 6. Or you can assume the other way also. You can assume AC to be 8 and BC to be 6 and proceed. Okay. So this one more information, if it is given to you, then you could easily solve this problem. Anyway, three sides are given to you. Let us write it. AB is 10, BC is 8 centimeters and AC is 6 centimeters. We'll not make use of the fact that it is a right angle triangle. Okay, the question here is the circles touch each other, centers are given, and this triangle here is given to you, whose vertices are the centers of the circles. Question is, you need to find out the radius of the circle. Okay, so clearly what you can say is that BC is a straight line. Similarly, AB is a straight line and AC is a straight line. And why? Because if two circles touch each other, then their centers and the point of contact lie on the same straight line. Okay, this is the reason. So these three are straight lines. So once we assume that it is a straight line, let us now take the radii of the circles. Let us call these 3 points as, let us call this point as P, let's call this point as Q, and let us call this point as R. Okay, and suppose I take the radii of the circles, radii of this circle I take as X. So this is X, this must also be X. The radii of this circle I take as Y, and say this I take as Y. Fine. And the radii of this circle let us take as Z, and let us take as Z. Okay, so now it is clear that BC is equal to, so here BC is equal to X plus Y. But what is BC? What is the length of BC here? 8 centimeters. So X plus Y must be equal to 8. This is our first equation. Similarly, you see that Y plus Z is AC. So AC is equal to Y plus Z. And the length of AC is given to you as 6. So Y plus Z is equal to 6. Again, from the figure, you see that AB is given to you as 10. So AB is equal to 10. AB is equal to, from the figure you can see it is X plus Z. So let's write X plus Z. X plus Z is equal to 10. So you get your second equation and you get your third equation. Now this is a simultaneous equation in X, Y and Z, 3 variables. Okay, you need to know this technique. Whenever you get 3 equations of this form, X plus Y plus Z, X plus Z, you will use this technique to solve the equation. This is not a general technique, but this is a technique only to solve this kind of an equation where X plus Y is given to you, Y plus Z is given to you, and X plus Z is given to you. What you do is you add the 3 equations. So if you add, you get X plus Y plus Y plus Z plus X plus Z is equal to, adding the right hand side, 8 plus 6 plus 10. So what you get here, you see that there are 2 x's, so this becomes 2x, similarly 2 y's and 2 z. So this is 16 plus 8, 24. And now you can take 2 common. X plus Y plus Z, you get as 24 by 2. That means you get x plus y plus z is equal to 12. Call this equation number 4. Now we want to solve for x first, next y, and next z. So if you want to solve for x first, you see from equation number 4, if I want to solve for x, I need to remove y and z, right? Now in this 1, 2, and 3, which equation contains y and z? You see that equation number 2 contains y and z, right? So what you do here is you subtracting equation 2 from 4. If you subtract 2 from 4, you will get x plus y plus z minus y plus z. And on the right hand side, what are you going to get? 12, because here the right hand side is 12 for equation number 4, minus the right hand side of 2 is 6. So 12 minus 6 you are going to get. Okay. So what happens? You open the brackets, y and z will cancel. So therefore, you get x is equal to 6. Clear? This technique,
Yes, sir.
in order to solve for y, what should we subtract? Subtracting equation. In order to solve for y, we need to remove x and z. So which equation contains x and z? Third equation contains x and z. So what we do is we subtract 3 from 4. 3 from 4. You get x plus y plus z minus x plus z is equal to 12 minus, and x plus z is equal to how much? 10. 10. You get y is equal to 2 centimeters. And finally, subtracting, you want to find z, so you don't want to remove x and y. So which equation contains x and y? 1 contains x and y. So subtracting 1 from 4. And this is 12. And what is x plus y here? 8. So you get in here, your x and x cancel, y and y cancel, you get z is equal to 4 centimeter. So you solve for x and y, and z. So what are the values? What are the radii of the circles? Hence, radii of the circles with centers A, B, and C are with center A. The radius is z. So z, the value of z here is 4 centimeter. With center B, the radius is x. So the value of x we have found out here as 6 centimeters. And the one with center C, value is y. And y we have found this out to be 2 centimeters respectively. That's it. So it was nothing actually, only application of one theorem and entirely algebra, no geometry. Okay, let's do the next question, number 4. besides number 4, in the figure given below, um, this is the figure given, okay, and x centimeter is given to you here. PQ is 24. That means this length is given to you as 24 centimeters. Okay. QR is 7 centimeters. So this length is given to you as 7 centimeters. Angle PQR is 90 degrees. That means this angle here is given to you as 90 degrees. This is a right angle triangle that is formed. Can you tell me what kind of a circle this is? What this circle is called? Can anyone tell me what this circle is called? This circle inscribed in a triangle. Anyone? It's called an incircle because it is inscribed inside a triangle, and all the sides of a triangle, if you see, are nothing but the tangents to the circle. All the sides of the triangle are tangents to the circle. So in this kind of a figure, the circle is called an incircle. The question here is find the radius of the inscribed circle. That means you have to find out the value of x. Okay. So how to find out the value of x? First of all, I see that this is a right angle triangle with the perpendicular and base given. Only the hypotenuse is unknown. So what I'll do is I'll find out the hypotenuse first because we'll need the hypotenuse. So I say in the right angled triangle PQR, PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square, which is equal to 24 square plus 7 square. The 24 square is 576, I think.
Sir, 25 square.
Yes,
25 will be
576. 576 plus 49. Okay. So this will be 625. So that means PR is the square root of 625, which is 25 centimeters. So we've got the value of PR, the hypotenuse. Okay, now we shall see how to find out the radius of the circle. What you do is you join this also. Okay, that is you join the point of contact N with the center and you call this point M. Now, just as in the first problem I said, this forms a square. The reasons I've already given you in the first problem, if you see. Okay, so OMQN is a square, right? Join ON so that OMQN forms a square. Okay, now once it forms a square, what are the lengths that I know? I know this length OM to be x centimeters. That means this must also be x centimeters, right? If this is x centimeters, this length here must also be x because tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal in length. So QM and QN are both tangents. If you see QM and QN are both tangents drawn from the external point Q. So QM must be equal to QN. So if this is x, this must also be x. Now once this length I have taken as x, what is the remaining length here? The remaining length here is 24 minus x, right? Now if you see, P is an external point from which two tangents are drawn. Okay, let us call this point L. Then Pn and PL are two tangents drawn from the external point P. So, and the length of the tangent Pn is 24 minus x. Therefore, the length of this tangent will also be 24 minus x. Again, for the same reason, the tangents drawn to a circle from an external point are equal. Okay. So now once we have got this as 24 minus x, now coming back here, You see this length here, this entire length here is 7. This length here is x. That means this length here will be 7 minus x. Okay. Again, considering R to be an external point, I'm drawing two tangents RM and RL to the circle. That means the length of the tangents must be equal. If this length is 7 minus x, then this length will be 7 minus x also. Okay. So now what is the length of PR then? What is the length of PR? Therefore, PR is equal to 24 minus x plus 7 minus x, which is equal to 24 plus 7 is 31 minus 2x. This is the length of PR. But how much have we found out the length of PR to be? We have found out the length of PR to be 25. So according to this problem, 31 minus 2x must be equal to 25. Now we solve this equation to find out the radius of the circle. That means 31 minus 25 is equal to 2x. That means 6 is equal to 2x. That means x is equal to 6 by 2, which is 3 centimeter. That's it. Any questions on this problem? All this I have
No,
written
sir.
here, but the geometry I have explained it to you here. Okay, the writing part I've already written here.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, how angle O is 90 degree?
Angle O. Which angle O?
Yes, sir.
Which angle O?
Sir, NO.
No, say the full angle. NO is not an angle. NO is a straight line.
Angle NOM.
NOM.
Yes, sir.
How this is 90 degree? Because this forms a square, right?
Sir, to prove a square, we have to prove all the angle 90.
Yes,
No,
angle-
sir.
this is a square, right?
Adjacent side is equal.
This is a square, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've already told you how to prove that this is a square. So once you know this is a square, all the angles will be 90. So this angle will also be 90. Understood?
Yes, sir.
That's it. You go to the first video that I have made there, and I have shown actually how to show that this is a square. Although you don't have to show, even if you state here that it's a square, it will do. But I have shown you there how to prove that this is a square. Okay, so you can go through that video. Okay, so no more
Sir,
questions.
but sir, in this question also we have to prove it is a square, now.
You don't have to. As I said, you don't have to prove that it is a square. You in this question, in the previous question also, you don't have to prove. Okay, you just state that it is a square. Just the way I have written here. See, quadrilateral ONCM is a square. I have not proved here. Okay, you just state that it is a square and move on. And the first video I showed you how to prove that it is a square. I gave you a justification there. Okay, those who understand mathematics will be able to appreciate what I have done here. But those who understand 80 or 90% of mathematics, it is sufficient for them to write it as a square. Okay. So let us move on to the next problem. And I don't know whether we have time. Do we have time for the next problem?
So we have 5 minutes.
Okay. Let me just
Sir,
explain.
only 5 minutes.
Let me just explain this. I'll draw a freehand diagram for this. I will not draw a full diagram because it will take a lot of time. Very, very interesting problem this is. Okay, and it'll take a lot of time to make you understand this problem. So this problem can actually be categorized as as a tough problem. Okay. So in this figure,
Sir, this program will come in mock.
will come in mock or will not come in mock. How do I say? But even if it comes, you will still have a choice. That much I can tell you. Okay. So